Hey, what's up everyone, Time Gaming here. Welcome back for another Division 2 build video. Well guys, have you ever felt cocky enough that you decided today I'm going to be annoying the heck out of the NPCs? Well, if you have and you don't have the build for it, I actually do today, and you can definitely check this out, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this as well. Now, recently I made a build similar to this, but I was focusing on basically armor regen and damage at the same time. But then also I made a build a couple of days ago, I think, with armor on kill and damage at the same time. But today's build, it has all of that, so it's kind of hybrid between damage, armor on killed, and armor regen at the same time. So you're not only going to survive because you have armor on kill, but also you have that armor regen going on you, plus you have a bunch of bonus armor coming at you, and also you have fairly good amount of damage, so you're not just a tank, but you're also doing damage to kill them. Now remember, this build, like making builds like this, do requires like perfect pieces, and by perfect pieces I don't mean perfect god roll. Yes, in a way, yeah, perfect god roll pieces, but also pieces where you can synergize the build together. Like, you'll know what I mean by that once I show you the pieces. But yeah, I gotta tell you, this build is basically for solo. Also, you know, you can play it on a group. I had no trouble when I was playing in a group. It's mainly focused on open world activities, to be honest. I mean, missions will be very good because mission NPCs and most of the times are red and purples, to be honest. It doesn't matter if you play solo or group, so they're just too easy. But more open world activities like, you know, control point farming, or you know, the resource convoy, elite resource convoy, those are the content where you get a lot of elites, and plus when you add directives it gets a little harder, but also the reward is pretty good as well. I mean, control point is always going to give you better reward and XP than a mission would, you know, so you can do that. And I've seen many people do farm control points a lot, so I always recommend doing that. If you're searching something on a targeted loot, if you have that targeted loot on a control point area, you should go and do that, because that's the better way of farming it. So yeah, now let me show you the build over here real quick. As you can see, this is the build. Now all the pieces may look a little like, you know, similar to basically any builds out there, and you're gonna be like, yeah, it's nothing too like impressive or new. I mean, there aren't anything new, to be honest. The game is basically dead right now at the moment until we get any content, so I gotta throw out some pieces here and there and just trying to make a build. Like, that's all I can say. Now we got our gunner specialization for that 10% armor on kill, but that's not the only armor on kill we have here. We do have a lot of armor on kill going on. By a lot, I mean 30%, to be honest. Yeah. Now we got this SMG SIG MPX. Like, I've always mentioned that the SIG MPX is one of my favorite high-end SMGs because it has a really balance between damage and RPM. That's what I feel. And plus, this is a pretty good piece. I mean, we have all the stats we need with killer and all that, so it's there. Now the secondary, I have a Scorpio, because why not? Everybody's using it. It's like a favorite weapon right now, and it's actually going to save you from many situations where you get like you know, surrounded by a bunch of NPCs. You can fire this weapon and get your way like get yourself out of that, you know. So yeah, it's actually really good, and the crit is also really nice with this build as well. But you don't have max crit chance, unfortunately, with the shotgun. But if you swap some of the pieces here and there, you'll definitely have a high enough crit. So, but I prefer low crit, high crit damage, because at least when I'm gonna crit high. So okay, now for the pieces, as you can see, I have two pieces of Beltstone Armory. One is the mass, because we get 1% armor regen, and two pieces will give us 10% armor on kill. I have armor damage here. I'm sorry, not armor damage, it's core attribute armor. We got crit damage mod, and crit chance. So that's what we have on the mask. And for the holster, we got this armor, crit chance, and crit damage. That's the two piece of Beltstone. Now we have two piece of golden gear, because two piece golden gear will also going to give us 1% armor regen. So I have a knee pad here with armor, crit damage, and crit chance. And now this is the chest piece. This is where yeah, this is where you're not gonna like it, maybe. So the chest piece is a hunter killer. Yes, it's a hunter killer. This is perfect intimidate talent, and that's how I'm doing so much damage, because I have 40% of amplified damage. Yes, and this actually a lot. I've tested with the normal, you know, intimidate talent, which is 35, but that 5% multiplicative is a lot of damage. I mean, it's multiplied damage, so I've tested it's actually a lot. I do have another golden gear with normal, like, you know, intimidate. I tested it, it's actually way better, this one. And you know, you can only get this if you have cleared out your hunters. That's why I always shout out in my weekly vendor videos, but I still get comments like, why I don't see the hunter killer. I mean, I literally said it on the video. What, are you guys even watching? Like, seriously? But okay, so we got this piece here, which is pretty sweet. We got armor regen. I would love to have crit chance here though, but it's okay. Armor regen is fine, and crit damage mod. And I think I can change the armor to weapon damage if I want. I actually did try it once, but it wasn't really that good. Like, more armor you have, the more armor regen and armor on kill you'll get, basically. So now for the gloves, I went for another named item, which is a dead grips. Now it's a dark zone exclusive, so I have armor on kill 10% on this, and we got crit damage and armor here. I do have a second piece somewhere here. Yeah, I can change. I actually tried this gloves and changed the armor to weapon damage, and also changed the armor on weapon damage to this chest piece. And I tried like that, you know, but it wasn't really that effective. This one is really good because I have all blues. The Memento backpack, I don't have to say anything about it. It's just an OP stuff. Like item, you gotta use this and basically all of the build. And also the good thing about this build is, even though I have a Memento backpack, which doesn't have any crit damage or crit chance stats on it, I still have very high crit chance and very high crit damage. Now, speaking of that, I'm going to show you my stats here. As you can see, I have 56.7% crit chance, 144.5 crit damage, which I can easily make it to 150 and 58% crit chance. I've seen that, but well, I'm missing some crit chance attributes here and there, so yeah. But it's really good. Now, if I show you my defense stats, I have 554,043 armor on kill, which is about 30% because I have 1.8 million armor, right? So that's a lot. Now, my armor regen is 41,861, but that's only because I have 2% armor regen. It's not counting the memento buff yet. Yes, once I get that memento buff, once I get that full long-term buff, like all that 3% armor regen, this is gonna hit up to 92k. I've seen that. It's just awesome. It's a lot of armor regen. You have a lot of armor on kill, plus with that amount of crit chance and crit damage, you are going to be killing those NPCs. Doesn't matter those are elites, reds or purples. I mean, reds and purples are just too easy, but elites, well, that's what we are focusing on basically. Plus with the Rager directive, you know, the Rager directive is kind of annoying when you're using a less DPS build, because it fills up the enemy health bar by a lot, and it's annoying, but still it can face tank those NPCs and kill them. So it doesn't really matter if you're playing solo or you're playing in a group. So that's the thing. Now, unfortunately I cannot show you the damages, like the crit numbers in the shooting range, because I'm using a memento and I cannot get the buff here in the shooting range anymore. But you're seeing the clips by yourself that you're like, you know, the numbers, the damage numbers, you can see it's about 500k, like 430 to 500k range. It depends if you're playing on a group or something, getting like damage buff. But when I'm solo, I'm hitting like 430 40k, which is I would say a really nice amount of damage, considering I have 1.8 million armor. I have that armor regen and armor on kill at the same time. So this build is not that easy to make. Like I said, you know, you need perfect pieces. Means I have this perfect talent, the chest piece talent, perfect intimidate, which is buffing my damage. Plus I have another named item, which is a dark zone exclusive, so dead grips. So yeah, these two items are making this build actually really good. You could try using something else though, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend. If you want to use something else, I would say use a golden gear gloves, and instead of the dead grips, if you don't have the dead grips, you can use, let's say, a Murakami knee pads, you know, the Emperor's Guard knee pads, but that's going to give you an additional like armor regen, so you will have 3% armor regen without the memento, and with the memento you'll have 6%. You can do that, but the point of this build is to have fairly decent amount of like armor on kill and armor regen at the same time, and you have damage at the same time, so you can do all three of them together. So yeah, just use it like that. So that's pretty much it for the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, that's basically what I can do. You know, there's nothing much else to do in the game. I was actually playing some other games, like I was doing this Hitman 3, the new game, and I was doing a few missions. I didn't record it or anything, but I was thinking about it, but I don't know about it sure that should I go and do that. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll try to do something else, but for now I'm just seeing what I can do for like other games or stuff until we get some content here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.
No more contacts. All clear.
You just recovered intel that's going to be a whole lot of help to Odessa in the short term, but to all of us in the long run. You also effectively put this hellhole out of commission.